don't know me. So how could I prove to you as a complete stranger that I really, really care about you? How could I show you, even though we don't know each other, you don't know anything about me, how could I prove to you that I care about you? Come on, someone throw something out. What do you think I could do? This man's smiling at me now. You want to give me a hug, do you? Yeah, give me a hug. That shows you that I care about you. That's lovely. Okay, but I'm telling you now, I am telling you all that I care about you. I care about people. But I think one of the best things I could do is share some truth with you, share some love with you, okay? Now I need a bit of interaction. I've already got my friend. What's my friend's name? Will. Will, I'm Joe. I've got a cousin called Will, and he's my favourite cousin. So it's meant to be tonight, Will, isn't it? So I need a bit of interaction from you. And on this board now, I've got some famous prisons. So could you tell me, do you recognise any of these famous prisons? And do you know what we can do as well? We can give the person who gets it right a big round of applause. Should we do a demonstration? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Lovely, lovely. It's a good night tonight. We're all happy. Okay. Can anybody name to me prison A then? Do you recognise? What did you say? Alcatraz. Give him a round of applause. Okay, great. What about prison B? Prison B. Do you recognise that one? What is that one? It's near Manchester. All the prisoners climb on the rope.
Strangeways?
Strangeways! Okay, getting harder, we get harder. What about prison C? Does anyone recognise? Those you going by, I'm saying, do you recognise any of these famous prisons? Do you recognise prison C there for me? It's in Northern Ireland. What did you say? That's the Maze Prison. Give a round of applause. That's right, okay. I told you I cared about you, didn't I? Now, my dear friends, listen to me. I've said to you, do you recognise these famous prisons? But let me ask you another question. Do you recognise that there's a prison which lives within us all? Now, we all might have a nice front on, a nice face on us, but we've all got prisons, haven't we? We've all got chains that bind us. Some of us have got the chains of lust. Some of us have got the chains of addiction. Maybe you're addicted to drugs or alcohol. Some of us have got the chains of pride, of bitterness. Maybe someone has hurt you so badly. But there's one chain, there's the worst chain which binds every single one of us. Do you know what it is? It's the chain of death. 10 out of 10 people die. Am I right or am I wrong? Right, but let me ask you this. Do you have an answer to your grave? If I said to you, imagine tonight is your last night on planet Earth. I hope it's not, because you're nice people. I hope you've got many more years left. But imagine tonight is your last night on planet Earth. You die and you face the Almighty Creator. And this God says to you, insert your name, why should I let you into heaven? What would you say? Well, maybe you might say, I've been a good person. Or maybe you might say, well, you're a nice God. But God says, listen to this verse. He says, no liar can enter heaven. Now that's a big problem, because I've told lies and you've told lies. So none of us can get to heaven. But the good news is this, okay, listen. 2 types of people get to heaven. Perfect people and forgiven people. Now raise your hand. Anyone going by? Is anybody perfect? Not are we? But every single one of us can be forgiven. Listen to this verse. This is beautiful. Without the shedding of blood, there can be no forgiveness of sins. When Jesus hung on a cross 2,000 years ago, he shed his blood for your sin, for all the wrong things you've done. He bled there and he died there so that you could be forgiven, because he loves you. He died there because he cares about you. Now, someone tell me, have you heard of the writer called C.S. Lewis? Raise your hand if you heard of C.S. Lewis. Tell me, what was the famous book C.S. Lewis wrote? What was it? Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia, that's right. But C.S. Lewis also wrote another book, and it was called The Screwtape Letters. And it's going to sound a bit weird for you, but it's basically about one devil, a chief devil, who taught another devil how to get people to hell. And this younger devil one day said, what are the 3 most poisonous lies which I can put into a man's mind to tell him that he will go to hell forever? What can I deceive him with? And the devil looked back and he said, the first lie is this: tell him he's a good person. Remind him of all of his good deeds he's done. Remind him of all the charity gifts he's given. Make him feel good about himself. Lie number 2, tell him this: Tell him there's no God. Tell him science has disproved God. There's no chance there's a God who created the world. So just enjoy your life, enjoy it all. And then the third lie, the most poisonous lie, he said, which will make sure millions upon billions of people are in hell, is this lie. Tell them they've got plenty of time. Friends, some of us might not have plenty of time. We often think we've got years and years and years, but for some of us, our time might be much shorter than we think. We've got a friend on this team, and his cousin climbed up a mountain 2 days ago. At 17 years old, he isn't walking back today. He isn't coming back. Young people die too. I'm going to put one, I hope you can see now that I'm not your enemy, I'm your friend here, and I love you. And I'm going to put one final gift to you as a friend. I want to give you a book. I want to give you a free gift here, and this is a book which will tell you how to get eternal life, to find Jesus Christ, to find the hope of the gospel, that Jesus rose from the dead and he loves you. If anyone's brave enough, please just come and take it from my hand. I'd love to give it you. May God richly bless you all. God bless you, Will. Thank you so much. God bless you. Anyone else want one? Come and take it all. Jesus said, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Would anyone else like one more book? God bless you.
There it is.